live. Check this out. Check this out. Let me go straight to the point. We are going to talk about inflammation to be reduced only if you learn how to increase your capacity. There is no reduction of inflammation in your body, in your life. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't increase your capacity is here and put your capacity to here. If your capacity is level 1, you need to at least go to level 2. And then slowly from level 2 to level 3. The more you increase your capacity, the more you reduce inflammation. Everything becomes much easier for you. I'm going to check here the comments because I'm going to use another phone, my other phone. I see many people already here. Guys, if you really learn what I'm going to show you, you reduce your inflammation. Tomorrow already. After this live, you can already reduce your inflammation. The way that you're feeling about yourself, the problems that you are having, you can start reducing slowly, step by step. But you heal yourself. I'm going to show you how you're going to do this. Let me see who is here. Increase what? Someone said, increase what, Thiago? Increase your capacity. Write this down. Write this down. I only reduce my inflammation if I increase my capacity. Thiago, what are you talking about? Let's talk about this. I'm going to just put my glasses off here. Guys, look at that. Write this down. Your capacity is limited. Your power is unlimited. Just write this down. Your capacity is limited. Your power is unlimited. The more you need to understand this. Check this out. I'm going to just show you this picture here. Look at that. Can you guys see this, right? Imagine. You can say to me, Thiago, I'm struggling to reduce my inflammation. Thiago, my belly is super big and I tried a lot of stuff and my belly is the same. Thiago, I'm feeling stuck. What's going on with me? Because I'm already taking supplements, I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I feel stuck. Anyways, what's going on with my body? What's going on with me? I'm going to show you here. This is your tank. This is your tank. Every single time that you have a limited capacity. Thiago, what are you talking about? Limited metabolism speed. Your metabolism, you're never increasing your metabolism. Why? Because the capacity of your metabolism is only here. Why? Because you don't know how to increase your capacity. Thiago, I really want to teach my brain to teach my body how to burn more fat. Why am my body not burning more fat? Why? Because your capacity is too low. Too low. So how do I increase my capacity? By focusing on here, guys, by focusing on here. If you don't focus on your power, on the power source, imagine that you are a tank and you have a limit of capacity. How do you start increasing capacity? By focus on the power source. Write this down. Every single time that you improve your power, you increase, you emphasize your power, by consequence, you're going to start overflowing. Every single time you're going to keep overflowing. By consequence, you have to change the tank. You start having a bigger tank. Why? Because your capacity increased. Tiago, give me an example. Check this out. Every single time that you go to the gym, you are weak, you have inflammation, you never did resistance training, and then you try to lift a big weight, what's going to happen? You don't have capacity to lift that weight. Too heavy. Why? Because you never emphasize the power, to increase the power, to increase the capacity. Every single time that you emphasize, for example, you eat the food, you take creatine, you eat the protein, you eat the carbs, you eat the fat, the right intake, you are just increasing your power. Every single day you go to the gym and then you just do like some exercises. You are increasing what? You are putting emphasis in your power. By consequence, your muscles will start growing. Your muscles become what? Becomes a little bit bigger, stronger. What does it mean, Thiago? You increase the capacity of your muscles. So that's why you see your friend lifting, let's say 50 pounds, doing squats with 50 pounds, and you are struggling to lift 10 pounds. One example. Why? Because your friend's capacity is 50 pounds, but your capacity is only 10 pounds. This applies to everything in your life. Thiago, Tell me more about this. Check this out. Check this out. You really need to understand that. Look at this. If you want to increase your capacity, to reduce your inflammation, to lose your belly, to optimize your hormones, to the symptoms that you're having, you want to improve, you have to increase your capacity. But remember, the problem is because many of you, there are three categories of people. Three categories of people. Let's see which categories you can fit. People number one, scarce. People who have scarcity, scarce mentality. Scarcity. The person is always having fear of getting older. The person is always having fear that her belly gets bigger. The person is every single time is concerned about the money that she's missing. She's not getting enough money. The person is always concerned about her health, her parents' health. Scarce mentality. Number one. The person number two, abundant. The person is always think of abundance. Abundance. Write this down. Guys, there are only three categories of people. You are either one, two, or three. And there are people who what? Who overflow in life. Overflow. The person has not only for her, the person has to others. The person starts sharing what she did and that was successful. The person is overflowing. All because why? Because of what, Thiago? Because her capacity is high. Look at that. Someone who is scarce, that's what's happening with many of you here. Someone who is scarce have a scarce mentality. I'm missing. I'm concerned. What's going to happen with me? The person always have create a lot of problems in her head. Scarce mentality, what's happening? She's never feeling her tank. Her tank is always here. The water, the energy is only here. Some of you have holes in your tank. You have holes. So you are literally trying to get some energy. For example, learning something, or you try to exercise today, or you try to buy a supplement, to take a supplement. But there are all the behaviors that you're doing daily that's sabotaging your results. You're increasing more your inflammation. Why? Because you have holes in your tank. There are some behaviors that you're making that's depleting your results, wasting your results. You try to eat better in your lunch, but there is a dinner coming tonight that you're going to mess up the whole plan. What's happening with you? You are increasing holes in your tank. What's going to happen? Guys, it will never go to abundance. Everything that's happening, your money, this reflects you everything. Wealth, money, your emotions. What about your emotions? Thiago, I eat by emotions. What's happening with you? You have scarcity in your emotional health. There is no abundance in your emotions. Why? Because you are always letting your emotions dictate what you should do, what you should eat. You're feeling happy, you eat. You feel sad, you eat. You feel angry, you eat. Lack of control. You will never hit the abundance here, what we call abundance. Give me an example of abundance and scarcity, Thiago. Guys, there is a paper. I'm here with the paper opened. The paper is open here. Look at this. Paper published in 2020 showing, look at the title of the paper, Scarcity and Cognitive Function Around Payday. They noticed that people who have scarce mentality for two situations, people who earn a good money, people who don't earn a good money. Both situations, as long as they have a scarce mentality because they spend the money without managing, without planning, their cognitive function drops. How crazy is this? People becomes less rational, more emotional around the payday once they don't have organized their finance. And this type of mentality always, that's the name of the paper, is scarcity and cognitive function around payday. So you literally become more scarce. You think about missing. I'm concerned. I'm gonna miss. I think I'm gonna struggle to pay my bills next month. Because of what? Because the way that you manage the money. Same thing happens when you have scarcity with your health. You're always concerned. Oh, I'm becoming older. My energy is getting worse. Instead of focusing on what? On abundance. Those people who are in category two, that's the category here, abundance. They have always for them. They have they have enough money for them. They have enough health. They know what they need to do. That's why I heard someone say to me, Thiago, I need to learn how to reduce my inflammation. I need to learn how to reduce because I have tried a lot of stuff. But I really don't know if I have inflammation. I don't know if I have inflammation. I'm not sure. I just can see my belly. My belly is big, but I'm not sure. That's the point here. How many of you don't know the next step because you don't know that you have the problem. If you have a problem, but you don't know the problem that you have, many of you have inflammation in silence. You don't know where is my inflammation levels. Is it here? Where is that? Is it here? You don't know where this inflammation is coming from. Every single time that you are feeling lost, you don't know where this inflammation comes from. What's going to happen? It becomes harder for you to solve the problem. You need to first recognize the problem. Thiago, what's the problem here with me? What's the problem here with me? Your first problem is what? You are not prioritizing the power source. You are prioritizing only your capacity. You go until there, you go from point A to point B based on your capacity. Guys, that's the biggest mistake. If you think with yourself, okay, no, yes, I just have experience in, I don't know about, I don't know about meal prepping. I don't know about that. I don't know about inflammation. I think I just need to eat healthy. I think I need to take a pill. I'm going to my doctor. You are believing your lack of capacity. You think that the limit for you to go from point A to point B is based on the capacity that you currently have. Forget that. Forget your capacity right now. Remember, write this down. Capacity is limited. Capacity is limited. Power is unlimited. Every single time that we emphasize your power, tell me an example. How do I increase my power? Anybody who is here, who stay until the end, who is learning. Okay, inflammation is because of this. My immune system. The best supplements to do this. The best time of that taking that supplement at that time of the day. I'm having that low energy because I'm forgetting to eat that food. What are you doing with your body? You're increasing your power. Remember, power is unlimited. Same thing. Knowledge is unlimited. Tell me what is power? Wisdom. You are getting wisdom about your life. You are every single day. I stop and I analyze my life. Every time that I stop and I analyze my life, I'm increasing what? My power. I'm increasing the power source. Why? Because the more I increase the power source, guess what's going to happen with my capacity? Sooner or later, it's overflowing. And guess what's going to happen? I will need to be forced to change my tank. I have to go to another level in life. Instead of going from this tank here, I have to get a bigger tank. Why? Because my capacity increased. Same thing happens with you. If you are here with me, if you are taking notes, if you are studying about the best supplement for you, if you're really taking care of yourself, if you're putting pressure to yourself, the higher the pressure, what's going to happen? The more power you're going to get, the bigger your capacity. Why? Guys, because magical things happen when you start overflowing. That's what I'm doing here with you. I'm abundant. I'm focused on abundance in my health, in my life. And just by consequence, I feel forced in a positive way to overflow my knowledge, to share the knowledge for you. So in this case, you're losing. No. It's like Einstein said. Every single time that you share a knowledge, you are multiplying. You're not dividing. You're not losing. Sharing, it means that you are multiplying wisdom, knowledge, understanding. This happens with you once you hit that abundance, and then now you start overflowing. There are many things for you. You have a lot of health. You have a lot of knowledge about your health. Now you're going to start teaching and sharing to your friends, to your kids. That's why I know many moms, many dads. Every time, remember this forever. Every time you have a scarce mentality, you will always increase your inflammation levels because you are activating your pituitary gland, your amygdala, your adrenal gland. You're releasing more adrenaline, more cortisol. You're always making your heart pumping faster. How many people, someone said to me, Thiago, when I go to bed, I feel my heart pumping, feel a little bit like faster. Every single time that your heart is pumping, your heart is sending a signal to your brain saying, brain, something's wrong. There is something's wrong here. You are literally activating your nervous system. And every time that you activate your nervous system, your body will reduce its capacity. Remember what I told you? Capacity. I'm talking about capacity all the time. What's the capacity of your body to lose more weight? What's the level of capacity that your body has now to have more energy? I know people say, Thiago, I don't have energy. Are you saying to me that you don't have energy? You have a bunch of energy. The problem is because you're not using the energy. You have, write this down, you have check this out, guys. Check this out. You have in your body, look at that. 0.07 volts. Remember, 0.07 volts inside your cells. Imagine that you have around 50 trillion cells. 50 trillion cells in your body. Just multiply this 0.07 volts times 50 trillion cells. You have enough energy to create a bomb. That's the amount of energy that you have. But what's the point? Thiago, so how can I utilize this energy? Because I don't feel that. I feel fatigued. What's going on with me here? For you to utilize that energy that you have, what you need to do? You are still prioritizing your life, your capacity. You are limited in your capacity. You need to emphasize the power. Increase the power. Thiago, how do I increase my power? Giving the nutrients to your mitochondria. You're increasing the power. More water, more energy to the capacity. Your capacity will increase. How you are feeding your mitochondria. How you are feeding your thyroid glands, your thyroid hormones. They are responsible for your energy as well. How are you feeding your brain? What are you watching? What are you are listening to? What you are thinking? The more bad thought of concern. Oh, what about the next president, Kamala or Trump? And you are concerned. And you think that if you're the opposite president that you don't like it, you feel that is the end of the world. That mentality of scarcity, of missing something will happen. Every single time that this is happening, you're depleting your energy. Deplete your energy. What's happening with you? Instead of increasing and they start overflowing energy to give energy to other people, that's what I'm doing with you here. No, actually you're depleting, you're creating holes, bigger holes in your tank. Guys, you really need to understand that. You really need to understand that. Okay? Thiago, hold on. But what happens if I don't create more increase my capacity here? What happens with me? You are literally wasting your energy and giving the energy to other people. How many of you here are still feeling hurt with an argument that you had with someone in your family or in your work? You are literally giving for free your energy to this person. The person actually even don't know about that. You're literally reducing your tank just because you're thinking too much of a bad situation that happened with you, a problem that happened with you 5 years ago. Or many of you deplete your tank. Guys, many people deplete their tank Because they create a story of problem that doesn't exist yet. Next year, next year I'm concerned. Wow, next week. And then you are thinking about what can happen, the possibilities. You are creating stories. What's happening with you? You are literally depleting your tank. Depleting. Always depleting. It's getting worse. And the worse, some of you, instead of changing the tank to get a bigger tank because your capacity is higher, your knowledge is higher, your wisdom is higher, your energy is higher, everything is more. So you are forced to increase your capacity to change the tank. Some of you are going backwards. Some of you are actually changing your tank to a smaller tank. Going backwards. Going backwards. That's crazy. People have that. You always, and then what's happening with your inflammation increases. Why? Because when frustration happens, you feel frustrated with something, you are activate your nervous system, sympathetic nervous system. The fight or flight mode, you don't want to activate all the time, but you activate every single day without noticing. That's the point. How many of you here seek to solve the problem, but you still feel stuck? Tiago, I'm seeking, I'm chasing to find the solution to my problem. You're always looking for something, checking on Google, checking here on Instagram, trying to find a solution, but you still feel stuck. You feel that you're not moving. Why? Because you're focusing on here, your capacity, instead of focusing on the power source. Guys, yes. See you soon, guys.